it's like, nah. The glitters ain't gold, look around where we roam through. In the land of the broken, it's a lot we was prone to.
Back in week 3, the Dolphins lost their last matchup against the Bills. Can Buffalo sweep the series? Find out next.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to correct.
The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Bills now ready to go on offense for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. A quick throw there. It is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming up?
And he's going to go down. They get turned back at the 40. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play here for Buffalo. 49 yards. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3, and it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
He's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Miami set to take over. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Well, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Tua. And that would be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Pulled in at the 24. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. When you look at this defense, they come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it here. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. A-Chain on 1st and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A tackle made by Dorian Williams. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They're in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Tua. His pass caught at the 4. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
A give up the middle to Gibson. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A-Chain diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our 7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
2nd and 9 now. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. A quick slant to Hill. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. On now the Miami field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. To the football, it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It's Xavier Howard who brings him down from his corner position.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Said Wilson, as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A good-looking return set up here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So thanks to the late. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Well, the Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
It's caught inside the 25.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Now a toss going left. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And off to A-Chain to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Right back to A-Chain on second down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Tua. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And he fields it cleanly. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Hands it off out of the gun. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Second down and 10.
Now back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They're going to try and throw, escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs. H.A. now up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there and decided to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. and that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
He's going to go up top again. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. In motion, Hill. Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And the Dolphins first down.
Throw left side taken in by Hill. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, here's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they're going to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On first down. Tagovailoa. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. 2nd down and 8. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 9 here. Now Tagovailoa. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get the lead up to 4. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Escaping the pressure right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Down to an goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins.